Manchester United 3, Burnley 2, and really happy with the result, of course, 3 points in the bag. But like I think the performance, there were some worrying signs, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really particularly too impressed with the performance, but 3 points in the bag. I'm really happy with that, and it was a must-win game, and we came over the line eventually. But let's talk about the starting 11. So the Bayinde started in goal, of course. Euro, Delete, Shaw making up the back three. Ahmad, Bruno, Casemiro, and Dalot with the four in midfield. Mount and Mbeumo in the inside 10 positions, and Cunha up front. So the only changes from my lineup that I would have gone for was that Mount and Dalot started ahead of Dogu and Sesko. So in terms of the first half, let's speak a little bit about the first half. I think the first 20 minutes, it was a decent start to the game. We had a couple of shots here and there. I think we were unlucky not to score in the first, I'd say, 20 minutes. In the 15th minute, a brilliant through ball from Bruno is controlled with a feather touch by Mbeumo, who then beats his man and lashes a shot towards across goal. Dubravka flies right to palm that one away, and moments later he watches another Mbeumo shot which flashes just wide. United do get a call for a penalty. The Red Devils do win a penalty kick in the 17th minute. Mount slips inside Walker around 25 yards from the goal, and the pair go shoulder to shoulder on the edge of the box. As he reaches the area, Mount goes down to the turf, and the referee points straight to the spot. But then, after a long pitch side review, the referee agrees with the VAR colleagues and overturns his decision. Not only is not a penalty, there was no foul by Walker on Mount at all, so United won't even have a free kick outside the box. And I think personally that decision is probably 50-50. Some referees give that decision, others don't, but I think Mount is looking for it as he kind of cuts across Walker, and then he kind of tangles legs with him. So I think Mount is looking for contact, and he's kind of looking for the penalty, in my opinion. So I think some referees give it, some don't. I'm not too upset that wasn't given, because I think it was 50-50, and personally I think Mount is kind of looking for it. Like I mentioned, he kind of cuts across Walker and kind of goes into Walker's running path and kind of tangles legs with him. So I don't think that's a penalty personally, but I have seen some of them given. United thankfully do go ahead 1-0 by a Cullen own goal. Man United win a free kick on the left hand side. Bruno whips it in, and the ball is headed against the crossbar by Casemiro, and Cullen can only divert the rebound past Dubravka. He's unknown to the deflection that's come off the crossbar. He's just stood there, but it comes off him. I think it comes off his back or something, and it goes into the back of the net to make it 1-0. United do make a forced substitution in the 31st minute. Unfortunately, Cunha has to go off, and on comes Xerxes. Cunha went off injured, and it looks like a hamstring injury because he pulled up while he was running, but hopefully he's not out for too long. And that was disappointing that he had to go off, because he was dangerous as well for United. In the 37th minute, Burnley have their first shot as Mejbri finds some space in the box, but he blazes his shot over the bar. And then United get a corner in the 40th minute. Mount almost adds a second goal for United. Shaw's corner kick picks out his England colleague, and Mount flicks a header across goal and clips the top off the crossbar. United then get another corner at the end of the first half in injury time. Bruno hits a flat corner to the edge of the box where Ahmad pings a left-footed shot on target, and Dubravka makes a smart save. Ahmad obviously unlucky not to score. He connects really well, but Dubravka has to make a smart save. United then get another big chance. This is at the end of the first half in injury time. 45 plus 5 minutes gone. United miss a big chance. United break from a Burnley throw-in. Ahmad spurns a golden chance to score, and it really should be 2-0 when United race away on a lightning quick counter-attack. Mbeumo coolly reaches the Burnley box before zipping a low cross towards the Ivorian winger. However, Ahmad can't find the target from close range, and he was totally unmarked. That should be 2-0. We should be going into half-time maybe 2-0 up, maybe 3-0 up. We had enough chances in the first half to basically put the game to bed, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. In terms of the XG, I think United had an XG of 0.41, Burnley only had an XG of 0.11, and we were a threat from set pieces, and we reduced Burnley to only 2 shots at the end of the first half. So we did kind of dominate the first half, and we really should have been going into half time like 2-0 up, 3-0 up, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. In terms of the second half, United do make a substitution. Mount does go off for Mainu. Mainu comes on at the start of the first half, and Mainu had a tidy performance again. I thought he was decent. But Burnley unfortunately do equalise in the 55th minute. The defensive shape for United is all over the place. Larson has way too much space to put the ball into the box. He picks out Foster, and Foster just puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-1. But straight away from the kickoff, United make it 2-1 in the 57th minute. United play it back to Bayinde from the kickoff. He kicks it long to Xerxes. Xerxes heads it onto Dallow's path. Dallow then beats his man coolly. He then crosses it into Mbeumo, who rolls it into the empty net. We score our first goal of the season, as all the others were own goals. So United go 2-1 up in the 57th minute. Burnley do actually have a goal ruled out for offside in the 59th minute. Foster brilliantly rounds his man and then beats Bayinde before celebrating what he thinks will be his second goal of the match. But the flag is soon raised for offside. A VAR check decides that the assistant's initial call was right, but not by much, and Burnley are denied another equaliser. That was a warning sign. Burnley were getting into the game a little bit. They were creating a couple of chances in the second half, and that offside call in the 59th minute, that was an absolute whisker. Literally, it was millimeters, that offside call by VAR, but it was the right call, of course. But United were living very, very dangerously when that goal was gone in. On another day, I think it's Shaw or Delit, one of them. They could have played Foster onside, but I think what Shaw needs to do is he has the pace to actually catch up to Foster and not play offside. He needs to go with his man, and if he does that, then obviously he's not offside, but or he wouldn't have been offside if Shaw had followed his run. Personally, I feel like as if one of the United defenders should have followed Foster's run, but thankfully for Man United, that goal was ruled out for offside. But we were living very dangerously at that moment in time. Unfortunately, in the 66th minute, Jadon Anthony for Burnley does make it 2-2. Burnley win a throw-in and put it into the box. Walker's long throw-in from the left is flicked on twice before Chuanu's shot is palmed by Bayinde. It then strikes Mainu and it falls nicely for Anthony, who prods it home from close range to make it 2-2. It wasn't a good goal to give away again. We get caught out from a long throw-in. Disappointing goal to concede again defensively. And yeah, I think Burnley probably did deserve to equalise. And they were getting a couple of chances on the break. But like I said, in terms of the first half, we really should have put the game to bed. United do make a couple of substitutions. Casemiro does go off for Sesko. And then finally in the 84th minute, Yoro does go off. And then Mazraoui comes on. In the 86th minute, Mbeumo finds some space on the wing. He crosses it towards Sesko. He gets his head on it, but it goes just over the bar. I think Sesko needs to be doing a little bit better with that. United do get another chance a minute later in the 87th minute. The ball gets switched to Dallow on the left, who crosses it towards Sesko again, but his header goes just wide. I think Sesko needs to be hitting the target there with that header in the 87th minute, and possibly he scores his first goal for Man United, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. And then in the 3rd minute of injury time, Ahmad then falling into Burnley's box. Ahmad hits the deck with Anthony clearly pulling him by the shirt. After a brief delay, the VAR intervenes and sends the referee at his pitch side monitor to take a look. Having changed his mind after consulting the pitch side monitor, the referee points to the spot and awards the Man United a penalty. Anthony definitely tugged Ahmad's shirt, and that action continued into the box. And for me, I think it was a penalty because Anthony is tugging at Ahmad's shirt, and he really shouldn't be doing that in the box. So he's made the referee make a decision when he could have just not tugged Anthony, followed his run, but he does tug. He does tug Ahmad back. Anthony, that is the Burnley player. He tugs Ahmad back in the box, and the ref he allows the referee to make a decision. The referee makes a decision and awards Man United a penalty. Bruno then steps up in the 7th minute of injury time at the end of the first half, and he puts the spot kick away. He slots the ball down to the bottom left. Dubravka goes the right way, but the penalty is in the side netting. A really good penalty. And overall, like I mentioned, it is a good result, of course. Happy with the 3 points, happy with the win, but there were worrying signs defensively because we've just let a newly promoted side at Old Trafford get back into the game when we had enough chances in the first half to put the game to bed. We'll have a look at the stats as well for first half stats as well. But before we do that, let's get into some player ratings. Bayinde's got a 6.1. He was alright. I think distribution could have been a little bit better, especially his long balls. 7 out of 17 accurate long balls, only 41%, but accurate passes 19 out of 29, 66%, which is alright. Euro, then he has a tidy game as well. He has this shot in the 22nd minute, which is a header from a set piece. Maybe could be doing a little bit better there. Accurate passes, possibly doing a little bit better there. Usually, the centre backs have high pass accuracy in the high 80s. Only 79% here. In terms of his duels, he's won 4 out of 6 of his duels, which is alright. Mateus De Ligt, he lasted 90 minutes as well. 45 out of 51 accurate passes, 88%. And then duels, he's won 5 out of 10. Could be doing a little bit better with his duels, but he was alright again. Luke Shaw, he was alright. Tackles 1, 3. Accurate passes 55 out of 64, 86%. In terms of his duels, he's won 6 out of 11. Possibly could be doing a little bit better there, but did win 3 out of 3 of his tackles. But we conceded 2 goals from poor play. Really, it was two poor goals to be given up. One from a cross and then one from a set piece. So we need to be doing better defensively in terms of that. But in terms of pass accuracy, decent pass accuracy there with 86%. Amaz, I thought he had a decent game again. He needs to be scoring this chance from, I think it was the 45th minute, from a fast break counter attack. Look where he is. He's only a little, close. He needs to be hitting the target there with that chance in the 45th minute. And then if he does, we go into, I think he scores that chance, we go into halftime 2-0 up. Then it's probably a completely different game. 31 out of 37 accurate passes with 84%, and then 1 out of 1 of his tackles, and then he won 4 out of 7 of his duels as well, which is decent. Maybe possibly could be doing a little bit better there. Casemiro, I thought he was alright. He hit the woodwork as well. 72 minutes played. I think he hit the woodwork with this header in the 27th minute, which we scored from that because the header then deflected off the crossbar, hit Cullen, then it went into the back of the net. So 44 out of 50 accurate passes, 88%. Duels, he's won 4 out of 10. I think he needs to be doing a little bit better with his duel. He's only got a 6.9 here. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, he completed the most passes of the match with 66. Created the most chances as well with 6, and he lost the most duels as well with 9 as well. So total shots 4, 66 out of 80. Accurate passes with 83%. 6 chances created, got the winning goal as well in a pressure moment. Unfortunately, he skied his penalty against Fulham last week, but this week he put it away when it really mattered. Got the 3 points over the line. 1 out of 4 shots, 2 block shots, 104 touches, 3 touches in the opposition box, 14 touches in the final third. Accurate crosses 3 out of 5, 8 out of 12 accurate long balls, and duels he's only won 7 out of 16 of his duels, which he needs to be doing better there. And like I said, he lost 9 duels altogether, which isn't great. Like I mentioned, 5 out of 12 ground duels won, 2 out of 4 aerial duels won, which isn't great. He needs to be doing better with his duels. Dalot, he did provide an assist for one of the goals for Mbeumo's for Man United's second goal. He provided the assist, which was a decent cutback right across the box. I thought going forward, he put in a couple of dangerous crosses into the box. 2 chances created as well. Touches in the opposition box 3. Successful dribbles 3 out of 5. Accurate crosses only 2 out of 6. Possibly needs to be doing a little bit better with his crosses. We were getting in some dangerous positions around from the flanks, but we weren't really delivering. Our crosses weren't meeting anyone in the box, and Burnley were able to get them clear easily. 8 out of 13 duels won, which is alright as well. He's won the majority of his duels, but ground duels won could be doing better with 6 out of 11. And then Brian Mbeumo, He did score one goal as well, 26 out of 36 accurate passes, 72%. 5 chances created, which is really good as well. And then accurate crosses, 4 out of 5. Accurate long balls, 3 out of 3 as well. Jules is 2 out of 7. Possibly needs to be doing better with his Jules. And then Mason Mount, he hit the woodwork as well. We hit the woodwork twice. He hit the woodwork from this header. He hit the woodwork, from this header in the 40th minute. Accurate passes, 13 out of 16. And then finally, Jules, he's won 4 out of 6 as well, which is decent. Not too bad. He had a decent game. And then Cunha, he had to go off in the 31st minute. He had this one shot, which was saved from a little bit far out. 6 out of 8 accurate passes. But yeah, in terms of the substitutes, Xerxes came on. He was decent as well. Getting in and around the box, 7 shots when he's played 59 minutes there, which is decent as well. He's getting into the box. He's getting into some dangerous positions. He's getting some shots away as well. 22 out of 26 accurate passes, 1 chance created, but a total of 7 shots, which is decent. Only one out of 7 shots on target though. 1 big chance missed, 2 block shots. 47 touches in the opposition box, 9. Jules, he's 2 out of 6. Needs to be doing better with his Jules. And then Kobbie Mainoo, he came on at half time, so he played alright as well. Decent performance by Kobbie Mainoo, 18 out of 23 accurate passes, then 1 out of 5 Jules won. Needs to be doing better with his Jules in my opinion. He's got a 6.3 here on FootMob. And then Sesko, he had 2 great chances, two chances, one in the 86th minute, one in the 87th minute. In my opinion, he needs to be doing better with the chances that he's got there. He's only a couple of yards out from goal, 2 headers there, and I think he needs to be hitting the target with both these headers. And if he does, obviously he needs the goalkeeper needs to be coming into action if it's a shot on target. And if it's a shot on target, then anything could happen, could go in, keeper could spill it or whatever. But in my opinion, he needs to be doing better with these 2 shots, 86th minute and 87th minute. He needs to be hitting the target there, in my opinion. But yeah, apart from that, he only lasted 80 minutes. I was disappointed that he didn't start. Possibly, I think if he starts, he could score in the first half with the amount of chances that we created. Jules he's won 1 out of 4 of his Jules. He needs to be doing better there. And then finally, Mazraoui, Mazraoui comes on and he makes his first appearance of the season. Only 5 minutes played, 7 out of 8 accurate passes, 12 touches, one of his tackle, 1 of his Jules. But like I said, he was only on the pitch for 5 minutes, so not much contribution there. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats, especially in the first half. We'll have a look at the stats in the first half. You can see here 1.57 expected goals compared to Burnley's 0.2. We only let Burnley have 2 shots on target. 2 shots, and none of them were on target. This one was blocked, and then this one was a miss as well. So we reduced Burnley to just 2 shots none on target, no big chances created. But at the end of the first half, United had a total of 15 shots, 4 on target, 2 big chances, and 2 big chances missed as well. So really, in my opinion, at half time, we should have been at least 2-0 up. We had a plethora of chances in the first half, and we really should have been going into half time 2-0 up. And then second half, Burnley kind of grew into the game. They had a couple of opportunities on the counter attack, and they scored 2 goals from 3 shots on target. And they had a total of 4 shots in the second half. But expected goals, United had 1.96, 11 shots, 2 on target, 2 big chances missed as well. So overall, have a look at the full 90 minutes. We had an expected goals of 3.54, a total of 26 shots compared to Burnley's 6. 6 shots on target, 4 big chances for United altogether, 2 big chances missed as well, and accurate passes 82% as well. So overall, the stats say that we probably deserve. I think, in my opinion, of course, we deserve to win the game, but the stats also back that up as well. We had a total of 26 shots. The worrying thing is we only had 6 shots on target, which needs to be better. But in terms of Jules, Burnley do come away with winning just about more duels than United, but we do have more successful dribbles. So overall, like I mentioned, happy with the win. Not necessarily too happy with the performance. Like I said, we conceded 2 goals at Old Trafford against a newly promoted side, which isn't great. One was from a throw-in, which is a lack of defensive cohesion there, and then another one was from a cross whereby we let the Burnley player, I forgot who it was, too much time on the ball to put a cross into the box for Foster to actually put it into the back of the net. So where does that leave United in the league table heading into the international break? We have moved up into the top half of the league, and we are on 4 points from a possible 9. And like I said, that's not great. We really should have won that game against Fulham last week, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But yeah, overall, happy with the 3 points and not necessarily too happy with the performance. But the most important thing about today was United get over the line and get all 3 points. And yeah, next up, we do have Manchester City, and then after that, we do have Chelsea in the league as well. So really tough games coming up for United, and that's why it was really important to come away from Old Trafford with all 3 points against Burnley. But yeah, like I said, happy with the 3 points. But I think there are some concerns going forward in terms of defensively. We need to be better, and in terms of goal, we need to be more clinical as well with our shots. 26 shots, yes, only 6 on target, but that needs to be that needs to be better. But yeah, overall, like I mentioned, happy with the 3 points, and like I said, the most important thing about today was coming away from Old Trafford with all 3 points. So yeah, overall, that's it from me. Next up in the league, we do have Chelsea, and it was important to come away with all 3 points because, like I mentioned, in our next fixtures, we're literally playing City. Let me just check the fixtures. We're playing City next, and right after the international break on Sunday, and then after that we've got Chelsea as well at home. City away at the Etihad, which is going to be a tough fixture, then Chelsea at home, and that's why it was really important that we come away from this game at Old Trafford with all 3 points, and thankfully we have done. So yeah, anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.